This is another Vlogmas. Please like on. Hey, this is Chall and welcome to another video. Now today I have decided to do something because it's Christmas. So I decided to do a really interactive thing to prove that Chall is an interactive channel with you lot that watch. I have picked your comments from some of your comments from 2018. If your comment doesn't make it in this video, I do apologise. I was just picking at random. But it is most of the comments. However, I did reply to all of them, so if your comment doesn't appear in this video, basically what I replied to your comment with in the comment section of the video is my answer. But I've only just I picked loads out, but I thought I'd do a comment reacting to your comments video live, just to you know, just to get into that festive mood and to celebrate 2018. So we're gonna get straight on with this. So first comment then is from Coaster Stuff, and he said on the Thought Park Predictions video, I would like to see an RMC or Hyper, as I think they would need a world-class coaster. I would agree with that. I think that was the early prediction, either an RMC or a Hyper, but I think when GCI sort of started to get into the mix, I think RMC sort of lacked off a bit. So I can see where you were coming from. Next one is from GT Complex Pool. Very good name there. And he said, I can see a B&M Hyper coming in, as it is very heavy rumour at the moment. That was on the same video. Yeah, that was a very heavy rumour at the time, the B&M Hyper. I mean, we all saw that little teaser image that Thought Park did, you know, when they were teasing about Project 2020. So we sort of guessed it would be a Hyper of some sort. But that rumour sort of started going off a bit, and then GCI came into the mix, and RMC came into the mix, and Intamin Hypers came into the mix. So it's everyone's guess what's going to be now. Back to Coaster Stuff, but this time on the Six Flags rumouring to buy SeaWorld video. Remember I did that one with the little money bag on the thumbnail. He said, I pray not, because Busch Gardens parks look so beautiful and Six Flags would not keep them looking so good. I kind of agree with that, because Six Flags hasn't really sometimes been the best in keeping clean of their parks, and SeaWorld have done a much better job. So I can see where you're coming from there, but I still, and to be fair, I am with you, to be fair. I don't think Six Flags should buy SeaWorld. I think that rumour's collapsed by now. So that just shows how old this video is. Grobble, on the same video, said this is not happening if you understood their finances. I kind of get that as well. Yeah, I do get that. Now, Coaster Cupcake said, now this is a really good comment on a different video. He said they won't touch our cherished bull. The most reliable and popular rumour right now is a ground-up RMC hybrid similar to Goliath at Six Flags Great America, but steel near El Toro. I do think that could be the case. This is all about Six Flags Great Adventure and what they could do for 2020. And I do feel like an RMC near El Toro would be good. And there's a comment later on about El Toro and sort of what they think should happen to it. So, yeah, I kind of get that as well. On the Futuroscope 2020 video from Joshua Rowing, I think I pronounced that, Rowing or Roaring, I don't, sorry about pronunciations, I am awful. He said, I would really like to see one of those from Dynamic Attractions coasters. I really would love a Dynamic Attractions coaster at Futuroscope. I mean, there's some rumours at the time for some, a couple of pictures that it would be a spinning coaster. I think that's false. I think it could be anything, to be fair. We know it's a coaster. We know it's called Mission Catplay. If you haven't seen the video, go and check it out after this video. It's brilliant. And I do feel like Dynamic Attractions could invest in a part like Futuroscope, because they're all about the future and invest in the here and now and the future attractions. So it could happen. The one and only Sound said, true, wish they'd do the retracking, this is about El Toro, and it really needs it. Fanboys need to shush and stop lying with the thing getting worse 10 times every year. Used to be a Willie Street ride, older, rickety, unpainted out, and backs are ways more smooth than it. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm going to take that on board. I don't want to be picking a side on this one. I want to be completely neutral about discussing opinions. I have seen a few other reviews from people saying it's gotten a bit rough. Six Flags Great Adventure fanboys will probably say, "Rough? Are you joking? It's the best Woody out there." I can kind of get from those reviews where it's coming from. I have to experience the ride myself to sort of judge it myself. But from those reviews, it's a 50-50. So maybe they could retrack it a bit, just to make everyone happy. But Great Adventure fanboys, please don't disagree with me and hate me for that. I'm just sort of thinking what they could do if they were to make it better. Some of you out there might think, oh, it's a fantastic coaster, why would you want to change it? It might be a great coaster, but sort of make it that step up, if you know what I mean. Sort of make it better than it already is, if you know what I mean. Now, the 2020-2021 speculation video from Six Flags Over Georgia, I got a comment from Bob Burns, who said, the thing about Six Flags Over Georgia is they have Whitewater as well, only about 20 minutes away, but that place is what needs a new addition. Yeah, I feel that water park's been lacking slightly. I do feel as if that park is lacking, so they would need a new water slide at some point. Now I only picked one of these comments that says this, but if you said it in the comments video as well, like great video, great channel, great awesome videos, thank you so much, it really means a lot. But I only just picked one out to represent all of them, if you know what I mean, so don't hate me. So from the IAPA video, Rollercoaster Fan Guy said, your channel is great, thank you so much, Rollercoaster Fan Guy, it really means a lot from you. And to all of you who said great video and great channel, thank you so much, it means a lot coming from you guys. On the Vekoma Concepts video, Coast Stuff back in the comments saying great video, thank you very much. Vekoma are looking great. B&M are falling behind RMC, Intamin and Vekoma are making the most interesting rides as of now. So yeah, RMC of course innovating, Intamin are really going out there and Vekoma are really going out there. I think B&M maybe need a new concept or two just to sort of keep up with the competitors, otherwise their rides will get tiring, and they'll start aging in a way. B&M are class. They were like the innovators for steel roller coasters, that sort of paved the way for the other guys. But I do think B&M need a couple more concepts just to sort of straighten it out a bit. So let's move on then to our next comment, and this is from Luke. Hi Luke. On the Loggers League Return to Thorpe Park in 2019 video. Now, I love this video so much. It's nearly got 500 views, so thank you so much for that. It really means a lot to me. And let's keep that going. Let's get to 1,000. I love a 1,000 view video. So Luke said, Alton Towers closed the flume to make the Wicker Man. I can imagine that the Wicker Man was just a test to see how well a wooden coaster would do in the UK, as we don't have many. So maybe Thorpe Park might get something like that, or maybe an RMC, which I'd die of joy if they did. A lot of people are saying it might be a B&M Hyper, but, like, boy. Also, I don't want to get too hyped, but I am excited. Smiley emoji. Or just shocked, happy emoji. I don't know how these emojis work. Yeah, I think I sort of have the knowledge that Wicker Man was a test. Just to sort of, I won't call it a prototype, because it wasn't the prototype. It was, if we put it in exam ways, Wicker Man is a mock exam, and the real test is investing in other wooden coasters. So, that's the best way I can describe it. I know you all hate exams, I do as well. But, yeah. This would pave the way for other wooden coasters to come to the Merlin Entertainment Parks, and the UK parks, to be fair. Paulton's Park could do with a GCI of that standard. Chessington could do one. Thorpe Park, maybe. Legoland could even do one. I don't know. Moving on to Coast Stuff, who said the same in the same video, comment in the same video. I'm so used to the idea of an RMC in the area, so I really want this to happen. I do agree with you on that. I do feel as if this will be a fantastic ride nonetheless. So I can't wait to see what it is as well. DH03 on the same video said, and I guess you could put a compact ride on Swarm Island or in the Loggers Leap Slammer area. By the way, before I say anything else, that video got 32 comments, including my replies, so thank you very much for that. But yeah, I think a compact ride in the Swarm Island or the Loggers Leap Slammer area, I guess you could do that. I mean, the park, it's looking less likely that Loggers Leap's area will be used for 2020's coaster, if it is going to be a coaster, which it pretty much going to be is. It looks if the focus for either next year or the year after is going to be the near the Swarm Island behind Stealth. That's sort of the area that's being used, that looks to be used in the next year or two. So we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, you saw the Slammer video. If you haven't, wait until the end of this video and go and check it out. Yeah, you saw that video and you sort of guess and sort of, you know, Thorpe Park needs to start putting more rides in because they're starting to sort of fall back a bit on major investments, not minor or family investments or low budget attractions, but I mean major additions, thrill rides and roller coasters. They're sort of falling behind along with Chessington and Legoland. So I guess Thorpe Park do need to sort of invest quickly in order to succeed. So moving on then to what will be SW9 video. Now, I love this video as well, one of my favourites. Rollercoaster Fan Guy again commenting, my prediction is an Intamin multi-launch as a replacement of Rita. Now, I did agree with that at one point, 100%. Now I'm sort of 70-30 because there was a lot of people speculating in the future that they were going to sort of expand Dark Forest into sort of the Hex area. And also, not the Hex area, sorry, the Cloud Cuckoo Land area. So they've got the Dungeons mini area down there, but you've also got Dark Forest running through. Sort of move the Cloud Cuckoo Land rides to Spinball site, and then sort of put a different coaster in there. I don't agree with that. I sort of agree more with the Intamin multi-launch replacing Rita, or a Mac maybe, I don't know, but I sort of agree more with that. I think Dark Forest should sort of stay down that end, I think. So back to SeaWorld and Six Flags talks for a buyout. Quinton Parchment says Six Flags need to buy Gouger Lake again. I did do my research and that park is now defunct. The site has been put up for sale, but some companies were interested but no buyers as of yet. So maybe Six Flags can go for that site and rebuild the park. Maybe, I don't know. So it's a possibility, but I don't know how much of a possibility it is. If I was to guess percentages and ratio, at the minute it looks to be 60-40, 65-35 in favour of not buying the site, because of not much being reported. But it's still very possible. They could do that. They could do it. They could pull something out the bag with that. Joshua Rowing on the Europa Park Planning for 2021 video said, I think the Big Dipper has the bigger chance because the spinner is too similar to Bluefire and Eurosat. I get that. I really, really do. I think the Big Dipper is a big chance. But don't forget, Blackpool's been rumoured to get a Map Big Dipper in the future as well, in the next few years. So, you know, we're at that stage where we're a bit 50-50. But no, I think it's going to be good. I think a Map Big Dipper in Blackpool and Europa would be brilliant. But of course, don't forget, to be fair, it's a good job. It wouldn't likely be an extreme spinning coaster because then that was sort of the bigger investments. So I guess you could say that. So on to the future for Michigan's Adventure video. Now, the future of Michigan's Adventure video was a very divided video. Massive comment about me not knowing finances. That's fair enough. Treated that negative comment like a professional. Maybe I don't know the finances. I mean, so if you're watching this and you did comment that, I can't remember your name. I think it was Grobble. I don't know for definite, but if it was whoever it was, the comments in here are just people's opinions. So I know you sort of talking about finances and you know about the finances and stuff like that. But that's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's sort of a realistic. That's a reality drag down, to be fair. But just take these rumours with a pinch of salt. So, Powerful Coaster says, have you ever been to Michigan's Adventure? BTW, great video. Thank you, first of all. I haven't been to Michigan's Adventure yet, actually. I would like to get out there, but when they get a major ride, then maybe that'll sort of, maybe they're just like, right, this is one of those smaller parks that I sort of want to try out and sort of give a chance to. Atkinson Worldwide Calum said it needs a B&M inverted Gaia coaster. I think he meant Giga, but I don't think Michigan's Adventure will add that with their finance. I've sort of come to that reality now that it won't do that. Now, DH03 on the Blackpool teaser video for 2020 said a time theme to it. Now, if you didn't see the teaser picture in that video, again, wait till this is over, put that video in your watch later list and watch it. Because I did a lot of analysing with that picture. So it could be a time theme. Whether it's a coaster or not, I'm not too sure. I mean, there was a recent image on Instagram about the Bowlerdrome and how that's been covered in, like, you know, those steel bars that you sort of have to walk under when a house is being reconstructed or remodelled or something. Like one of those big building frames. It was sort of under that, but it looked like they were planning to get rid of it or something. I don't know. I don't know what to think of that image. It's on Instagram. If you search on Instagram for hashtag Blackpool Pleasure Beach, there'll be an image of the Bowlerdrome in that building with the building frame in front of it. So it could be the end for the Bowlerdrome. Now, Coaster Crazy on the SW9 video said not an RMC. Lol. Yeah, I do think that. I don't think it's going to be an RMC. Even though we want it so much, I don't think it's going to be an RMC. But thank you very much, Coaster Crazy. You're a massive YouTuber out there, and a good friend of mine as well. So thank you very much, Coaster Crazy. Theme Park Kieran on the Loggers Leap returning video said they could have left Loggers Leap open until they replace it. That's fair enough. I'm not even sure why they closed it in the first place. I think they could have left it open until they've sort of decided, okay, the wildest ride in the wilderness is taking its final ride. So they could have done that. Atkinson Worldwide Calum, theme car could land to the towers and stick a blitz coaster there. That was sort of on the SW9 video. Again, kind of get that. I mean, sort of, if they sort of find another urban legend based around the towers and Alton and sort of that early history, then theme it to that as well and sort of incorporate that with the towers area. Towers Courtyard sort of thing. Now, what is the future of Jewel at Alton Towers? That video is a good success. And Magically Right said, I love Jewel so much. It is so good. Yeah. People have mixed opinions on Jewel. Jewel is a good ride, but said it needs a lot of work, despite all the work they did this season when they sort of fixed it up a bit and sort of refurbished it a bit. I think some bits could still be fixed. The rotating tunnel still needs to be fixed. Don't know when they're going to fix that. I mean, I did Jewel in the 2018 season, and the rotating tunnel still hasn't been fixed. So it needs to be fixed. I think Jewel could have had its time passed, but I think give it a few years, maybe refurbish it a bit more. If you're still not cutting it, get rid of it. But I'm glad you like Jewel, because it is a classic attraction reconstructed from the original 90s haunted house. Now, the Adventureland, when they announced the Phoenix Spinning Coaster for 2019, Coaster Stuff said, looks like a nice little coaster. I think Adventureland is making a good move here, sort of putting in a coaster. Of course, the last coaster they added was Monster, the Big Gersara Infinity, back in 2014, heading into 15. I think it was, something like that. 2016, I think it was, yeah. So, thank you very much. Now, Pleasurewood Hills teased 2019 attraction. Coaster Stuff commenting again, so thank you very much. Really interested in this one. I went in the 2017 season, and the park really needs a bit of work. I sort of get that. So, it'd be interesting to see what Pleasurewood Hills is doing. I'm sort of glad that Alton Towers and Blackpool added their coasters this year, because it means like smaller parks like Pleasurewood Hills can sort of take the forefront and sort of add their attractions. So, thank you very much. Penultimate comment now on the American Adventure Closed But Not Forgotten episode. Bit of a teaser there of one of our brand new series. There was an episode that went online on Christmas Eve yesterday, so please go and watch that after this video. Coaster Mad UK said, I had no idea this theme park even existed. I really wish that the locals would support the park, as it could have been a good park. That was my argument. The locals need to support their parks more, otherwise they'll go out of business. So, but no, Costa Magic UK, I'm surprised you didn't know this theme park existed. It was a very famous theme park back in the day. It was up there with Alton Towers back in the day, and it sort of degraded like that. And all my reasons for why it degraded is on that video, so stay tuned for that. So go and watch that after this video. Finally then, on the Loggers Leap video again, this is D803 to end the video. I think that the Loggers Leap site know the ride will return in 2019, especially as Rumble Rapids is reopening in 2019. You can have a ride layout which goes from Loggers Leap, behind Stealthy Nemesis Inferno, and a turn around Swarm Island, in and out, and back layout that goes back to the station in Loggers Leap. The ride could be a massive wooden coaster from GCI and a bit like Colossus, a highly parked in size, or a hyper coaster. I get that. I think he's saying no to the ride returning, and I think the ride, he's saying the ride will probably go. And he's sort of, I like that idea actually, a massive GCR or a hypercoaster with that kind of layout, sort of crossing between sections. That would be a good idea. I mean, I haven't seen the map in ages, so to sort of picture that layout, it'd be an interesting one. So there we go then. So that is all your comments. Wow, so many comments in 2018. I'm sort of praying we get more for 2019 season and all our 2019 videos. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have a very, very Merry Christmas out there in the festive year. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. And for now, my name is Coast Chall. Keep living the coast up, dudes, and I'll see you guys on Boxing Day for another video. Take care. Have an awesome day.